can go and start it. Go start it up. Start it up.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to start it up right now. All right. I got the wrong banner up first. But what's going on? This is Brandon B. Dixon. And y'all tuned into We're Talking Real Estate. We're gonna go ahead, since we're running a couple of minutes late, go ahead and start getting it going real quick. And as tradition holds, I guess some of the other cast members are joining as we're going. So CJ, I got you queued up. Let's go ahead and get it kicked off.
All right. What's up, everybody? CJ, the broker, real estate agent with Greenwood Realty Group down here in Houston, Texas. If you are a seller, buyer, or agent looking for more information about the brokerage, check out my social media at CJ Sales Texas. That's CJSELLSTX, and also the website greenwoodrealtytx.com. We got all the information on there for you as well. If you want information on that, just go and sign up. The forms on there. Go to the YouTube channel, CJ the Realtor, where we have our home tours Lux edition. And we're also talking to local business owners, highlighting businesses locally. So if you want more information on that, go on YouTube, subscribe, share, comment, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. I need all that. And then, of course, we are giving back our mentorship program, the Mensa Academy, where we teach our young men knowledge of self-improvement, and entrepreneurship. If you are looking for more information or looking to donate, go to themansaacademy.org.
Got you, Barry B. I got you queued up.
All right. This is Barry B. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Houston and surrounding areas, just go to homesbybarryb.com, or you can, if you Google me at homesbarryb, you can give me a call, 832-786-1270. I'm on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram. You can always message me, and let's talk about your goals.
Gotcha. All right, let me go through mine real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get the party started. All right, so my name is Brandon B. Dixon, MLS 1541210. It's at BNL Loan, also on all social media. Also, you go to my YouTube at BNL Loan Officer, like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, share our videos, so on and so forth. Go to my website, www.applywithb, if you want to book me for a consultation, or you want to get started with a mortgage. So the schedule about to get hectic. So, go ahead, book me while my time is free before it starts to get packed up. My schedule start to fill up. Also, you can call me 832-775-8357. You can call me 24/7. Also, I'm a luxury agent as well. So if you need to list or sell your property, you want to invest, you want to rent, lease, give me a call. Go to my website, www.brandonbdixon.com. Last but not least, we have the investment club as well, cocinvestmentclub.com. If you want to mitigate your risk, you want to get into real estate investment, that's the site to go to. All right, so let's go ahead and get the party started, man. I know we're running a few minutes late here, but we're going to get it cracking. I got a couple of clips about this guy, Gary Bird. And he made an interesting point, and I noticed this. Let me tell a little story, man. This is my first time going to Wendy's, and probably, I got to think back. I want to say about 15, 20 years.
Did you say Wendy's?
Yeah, Wendy's. I'm a Whataburger dude. If I do a burger, I got to do a Whataburger, man. or something exquisite. I do five guys or Whataburger. But I ain't been to Wendy's in a minute, probably like 20 years, right? So something made me want to go to Wendy's. So I don't know if y'all remember, man. Yeah, I went to Wendy's the other day, man. And I wish I would have took a picture of this, man. The actual, you remember the Biggie stacks?
The who?
99-cent Biggie stack where they had a little double cheeseburger. It's about the size of a McDonald's hamburger, but it had two pants on there.
Yeah.
Man, things about the size of a Castle burger now. It's about the size of a Castle burger, and it's $3.40 something. It used to be 99 cents.
That's crazy. I mean, not even just food. Looking like toilet tissue.
Right. Well,
we talk about how many rolls you get, but it's not as wide as it used to be.
Right. We're gonna get into all that.
Yeah,
I looked at the small fries. The small fries was about the size of 2 business cards together. It was
about three of them in there.
Yeah, they had about 7 fries up in there.
And gave you a kid's meal.
They probably counted it too.
I'm like, man, what the? Lucky I couldn't return it because I waited till I got home to really look at it. I ain't look at it.
Oh yeah, they got you.
Yeah, so I remember the Biggie meal used to be $1.99. This thing hit me for like $7.14.
It's a wrap.
And and it was the size of a Castle burger. So I think we don't take accountability. Shrinkflation. Not only is the prices getting high, but what you're getting for that price is getting lower.
Man, look at the chips.
It's been doing that for a while though.
The
bag is this big, but then the chips be about down here.
Oh yeah, half of it is half.
Right. So we're gonna talk about this, man. Let's get into this, man. Like, because we're gonna relate it to real estate in a second. Because I was looking through the MLS for a client, and the price of a 1,700, 1,800 square foot house to rent, and what it was like, you get less and less for more and more.
Yep.
So we're gonna talk about this, man. Let's go to this first clip, and we're gonna do about 1 or 2 clips in a row. Let's check this guy out, and we're gonna talk about this, man. So like, man, this is getting bad out there, man. It's getting rough. It's getting rough in the jungle. Y'all see the screen?
Oh yeah, I seen this.
Cost in Southern California, $81. Let's see how much it cost in 2024. Oreos, bread. Excuse me. So I got 3 bags of Lay's, 3 gallons of Horizon whole milk, 2 12-packs of soda, 2 packs of Oreos, Cocoa Pebbles, 3 pints of orange juice, Tropicana, 3 packs of bacon, Wonder Bread, 3 of these, 4 cartons of eggs, and 2 DiGiorno's. Here's the other thing to keep in mind. There's also shrinkflation. So you're also getting less Oreos, less potato chips, everything smaller. Let's go see how much it costs right now. Here we go. Here's the final finale. $195. So 2.5 times more than 2001. This is a $5.65 for a Big Mac. But how much is it actually going to cost McDonald's to make it for you? So first we have the bun. Then you got 2 beef patties. Then you have the lettuce. Everybody's favorite part, the sauce. Pickles. Then you have the cheese. And then the onions on the meat. Labor costs another $1. And then rent's going to be around 30 cents. So you're looking at about $2.30. And they're going to charge you $5.65 for a Big Mac. Why are these? How much? That's criminal act. Are grocery stores scamming you because of inflation? Inflation is crazy right now, and because of this, everyone is raising their prices. But are they making any profit? According to macrotrends.net, Kroger had their gross profit increase from $26 billion in 2020 to $30 billion in 2021. Does this mean Kroger is lining their pockets with tons of profits? Well, you have to take into account net profit. Net profit is different than gross profit. It's basically the money they actually make after their expenses are paid. In Kroger's net profit, well, they actually lost money in 2022. Are grocery stores scamming you because of inflation? Right, inflation is.
Let's start off with them 3, man. Y'all want to go ahead and start chiming in on that while I set up the next clip.
That's what we was just talking about. It's like
Yeah, I mean, that's
you're
how it
paying
is.
more for less.
Right.
And then
Right.
as they was talking about how much like they lost money on the net, like taxes, insurance, all that is going up.
Look, I better learn how to go and do that generic. Get away from them name brands.
You got to clip. You got to clip above. That's what one of the next one. You got to clip
I mean,
above that.
he buying Wonder Bread and all that. You better get you some HEB bread.
Right. Let me
But
let me bring that up since you. Let me bring that up since you brought that up.
Hey, I got three little ones, so I already know you're
Man.
not coming out.
Hey,
And they getting bigger and they eating more.
right. And we do organic, so that's two more
Ooh,
times.
Same size, same weight was $130. Let's see how much we saved by getting the generic brand. Save $2. This is half the price. We saved 60 cents there. Almost $1 savings for the same exact thing. Save a lot of money on the soda. $3 savings. All right, let's pay 2 bags. This was only $87. The name brand of all the same exact thing, same size, same weight.
Bam.
You skipped to where he was about to get a total of the other one.
$87.
No, he was about to say the same brand with the name brand, right?
Right. That was at
How
the
much
beginning.
was that one?
$130.
Oh, okay.
So he saved about $43.
And then at the same time, too, you ain't even paying attention on what the ingredients say,
Right.
because they could be adding more BS.
But you know what? I worked retail, and a lot of those generics are made by the same company.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They just they just don't put their name on it, and they charge you a little less.
Right. But I'm talking about from the standpoint of back then versus now, the stuff that they're putting in there. Like it can be the same
and
company.
GMOs.
Yeah. But they put more chemicals in that joint.
Well, that's another thing, you got to watch out for. Like less
saw,
brand, it might be less graded material.
Yep.
I saw something that said 30 things that we eat in the U.S. are banned in
Europe and everywhere else.
Countries.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
No, I mean not 30 things, but 30 countries ban a lot of the stuff that we eat.
Right. Most of the stuff that we eat is banned.
Yep.
It's like, no, we don't even want it over here.
Right. Killing people. But
all that stuff is linked to like cancer and everything.
Right.
But they still put it in there.
So this is the thing I wanted to comment before I go to the next clip. So what we're seeing right now, let's look at the picture as a whole. So you're paying more for getting less, and then to get lesser ingredients, without the label, you paying a little bit less, but it's still more than what you would have been paying back in the days.
Yep.
So you get less, and so the money is going, is not stretching like it used to. So even the quality, and this is the perfect time to tell a story. How they get to that? It's the old Oreo cookie CEO story, where this I don't know if it's fact or fiction, but they say in the 1960s, Oreo switched CEOs, and the next CEO came in and said, "I could save you 5% off your bottom line by taking out one ingredient." So he took out the one ingredient, saved the 5%. Next CEO come out, "Hey, I can save you 10% by taking out another ingredient." So he keep taking out this ingredient, taking out some of these ingredients. 60 years later, it don't even taste the same. It's a different cookie.
Yep. Y'all seen that video with the ice cream drumsticks?
Yeah, don't melt.
No, I haven't seen that.
They left them out for like 24 hours and only like a quarter of it melted.
Right. Well, it's not called ice cream. It's called frozen dessert now.
Yeah, so.
Frozen dessert.
Yeah. Not even called ice cream no more. Let's go to this one last clip by the same guy, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get another clip going while I got him up. This guy, Gary Bird, check him out. He's like, I guess...
$2. This is half the price. AT&T just got hacked and phones got shut down across.
Here we go.
In 2003, you could have bought this Honda Accord brand new for $20,000. $8,000. Let's see how much a brand new Honda Accord is today. Do you have a 2023 or 2024 Honda Accord LX? This one right here? Let's see gas mileage. Okay, yeah, the gas mileage is way better on this. Yep. What would you say is the biggest features about this, like tech-wise or anything, or is it pretty basic? Now, there are some benefits, though. The gas mileage is a lot better. You're going to get several more miles per gallon, but gas is also a lot more expensive. Overall, I don't think that Hondas are worth twice as much. In 2003, Honda Accord, brand new.
Wow. 20 to 40.
40 racks for a
Honda. So let's talk about this a little while, man. Like I said, back in my days in the 90s, you could get a sports car for 20. You get a Mustang or a Camaro for 20.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My first thing I bought a Mazda truck. I think I paid $8,000 for it.
Right.
I mean, brand new. It was a stick, but it was a brand new. $8,000. I was paying $200 some dollars a month. I thought that was too much.
You happily pay that now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What?
Yeah, my first car note was $93 a month.
Man,
that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't even talk about car insurance.
Right. Right. Now car insurance is high because we were young.
Yeah. I'm talking about right now. Car insurance is high now.
Right. Right.
But I mean, things keep going up. Now with cars, I mean, you got your different levels into, is it gonna be stripped down or I don't even, do they even make standard cars anymore with standard engines? That dropped the price right there, a few thousand right there.
My partner had a Camaro maybe about 5-6 years ago. It was standard.
Right. So that knocked the price down, but now, I mean, with all these computers in the car, I mean, every car got all these computers and everything in it. So,
right. And you see what they're doing? They're talking about like for 2026, any cars built after that, they can control them joints to shut them off.
Right.
I thought they can do it now.
So if you late on your payments, they're gonna shut you off on the road. Come get your joint.
Well, the most important thing is if there's a national emergency and they don't want you to drive or there's a curfew, they can just shut your shit down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the.
I'm gonna give me a box Chevy, man. They ain't shutting that down.
Stay off the grid.
Give me a 88 Caprice Classic.
Yeah, if they don't want you on the road, they could just. All right, I'm gonna set it off. Everybody be asleep. So, you have no control. You can't leave town. Or certain people they could have leave town, and certain people they could have up out and about.
Trying to get you a car with a carburetor.
Right. What if what's gonna happen once they're illegal?
But I mean, the price
what's gonna happen then?
Just increase. I mean, 40,000. I mean, because
40 for
Honda, what he said was about 20,000 a few years ago.
20,000.
Yeah, and that was like a loaded one.
Right.
The basic new one is 40. I was like, God. Yeah, shoot.
Right, I'm looking up.
I don't know if any I know I'm tall. Like we ain't no little dudes. We ain't fitting in no little Hondas.
Right. Right. Give me one second. I'm looking at.
I mean, even them doggone little smart cars cost too much.
Man, all these cars.
Give me 1 second on this next.
But at the same time, you see a lot of them ain't selling, so they're doing a lot of incentivizing.
Well, people are buying more used cars.
In a minute, they're gonna have to drop the new ones to the used car price.
Yeah.
So then it's like, which one you gonna go with?
Right. I'm looking for this particular one. I don't see this guy's.
But with a lot of that, the consumer plays in that, because if you keep buying it at that price, they're gonna keep raising the price.
The same thing with real estate.
Yeah, you stop buying it, that price gonna come down.
Hey, as long as folks paying, they're gonna keep their price where it's at.
Well, at least with real estate, you're
getting something for it.
Market, yeah, the market is dictating, what's going on.
I mean, the buyers are the market.
Right.
This is all a scam.
hold on a second, Nazir.
The buyers are the market. They're the ones that dictate what people are willing to buy or willing
You
to
just
pay
said
for.
you were out looking at rentals. I was just out last weekend looking at some rentals on the southwest
All
side.
right, here we go.
Yep.
All right, let's go to this. All right, so we talked about a little bit about consumer goods and stuff like that. Let's go to one more element before we go all the way to real estate. I finally found this clip. My bad. Again, like I told you, I have them all prepped. Let's go to this one right here. Boom. This is
Yeah, somebody get Hyman. They Wi-Fi password.
People that's getting ready to retire that don't try to live off $2,000 to $3,000, impossible. Because what happens, it comes up here, we spend it. We're $35 trillion in debt. We don't have any money. We're dead broke. We are in huge trouble. In this body, we had better start figuring that out, because we're going to have a run on this city here soon, and there's going to be about 150 million people coming up here saying, where's our damn money that we paid in? I could have put my Social Security money 40 years in tax in the market and probably be worth 8 to 10 million today. But the federal government wasted it. People are going to have to work, continue to work longer and longer. Am I right, Ms. Gender? Can you say something about Social Security?
Yeah, and I'd like to point out when Social Security was first founded, those who established it, it was started out as a 2% tax, and they said this will never take more than 6% of your income. Today, it takes 12.4%. And depending on whether you go with CBO or Social Security trustees, it needs to take between 15.8 and 17.5%.
This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we're gonna go ahead and open that up. So you got shrinkflation, you got inflation, you got record highs of everything, and on top of that, you know, the government's broke. We you know what I'm saying? So
they probably messed up and put him in office because he's an old SEC football coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's the coach of Auburn. Yeah, he's the coach of Auburn. Simon Tuberville.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what, like, you don't see nobody else speaking up like that.
Right. So,
and they've been there in these positions. They've been they've been squandering.
But you know what? They've been seeing this crisis come for the last 40 years.
Right.
This is nothing. This is not new.
Nope.
They knew what Social Security what was getting ready to happen for the last 40 years. You can see that those baby boomers that were out there in the job market were all going to start retiring at the same time.
Yep.
And that's gonna kill the market.
It's gonna eat it up.
Yeah, it's gonna eat it up. You know, so they've been seeing it coming on. But then I like how you say we broke, but you just send $1 billion something to Ukraine and Israel. So I'm trying to figure out, what does broke mean?
Right.
My broke and your broke must be different, because when you say broke,
they throwing out stimulus money internationally right there.
Yeah, I'm like,
right. So that's the thing. So let's take it on a face value before we even go into that. Who's gonna, with the prices are what they are, who's in the next 20 to 30 years when we retire, who's gonna live off of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000?
Nobody.
Yeah, that much.
You're gonna be on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's gonna live off of that?
You better hope you did right by your kids.
So the whole thing is look at the word Social Security. So supposed to secure us socially, right?
Nah, they just took that money and somebody threw that in
If I'm
their
gonna
pocket.
bet,
It won't. By the time we retire, it won't even be around. So that's why you have to go in and invest your money yourself.
Right. So, Hyman, I'll let you go ahead and chime in since you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and chime in real fast on that.
Hyman with H&L Premier Realty here to help you with your investing and real estate needs. Shrinkflation, inflation, Social Security. That's been a fight that we've been
breaking up.
We got the quicker wireless.
You breaking up?
Yeah, go get the Ethernet cord, bro.
Can't do that.
Oh. Run it one more time. We caught like the first part of what you said.
The issue is that everybody can hear you. Any part everyone's trying to solve a problem, but don't really want to solve the problem because their pockets is lined by whomever they decide to decide with, whether it be big pharma, guns, or the NRA, or private sector or private security. Whoever they decide to ride with, you got to go what they want because they're giving you so much money. Until they get to the point where all they care about is taking care of the people who elected them, then we'll constantly have this battle.
Yeah, I mean that he made a good point because these lobbyists and been throwing bread at these like officials and
money that you ain't never seen before.
right. They gonna have to appease them because they're the ones that fund their campaign. So it ain't really
Don't get
about
me wrong,
politics.
I think they
it's
all
about,
have the right intentions.
yeah, it's about satisfying your
We'll
constituents.
start out with the right intentions.
Pretty much. But when that money when them checks look so big and so good, I mean, you just don't know what to do because if you're trying to solve a problem and the other side wants to solve the same problem but wants to solve it differently, now you at a gridlock. So, all right, I'm gonna be a gridlock with CJ, but I know B still gonna send me that $3 million. So I'm gonna go take that $3 million from B and keep fighting the gridlock until I'm tired of fighting it. And then that's why we got senators been in office for 40, 50 years, and nothing still hasn't been done.
Right.
Until they figure that out.
Yep. I mean, it's just like saying I'm going against Barry in the election. I know I need about 500 racks to get the word out to beat him. Somebody give it to me. I'm gonna have to do something for him.
Of course.
Right.
Ain't nobody giving out money for free.
We gotta snap out the dream. Like we taught that, yes, everybody patriotic. However, you can't be what's called like, we call them dog breeding kennel blind, where you blind to the fact that you can, I know you love your dog, I know you love your country, but you blind to the fact what's wrong. And I think a lot of times we blind to the fact what's wrong with our democracy. And the biggest thing is lobbyists. Who has the biggest pocket and line agrees the right palms wins.
Yep.
And it just is what it is. So
and that's what Dr. Claude Anderson was saying in Powernomics. It's like we worried about politics. We need to establish an economic base first and do like they do.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Is like let's move it over to let's look at this one clip before I move it over to real estate. I want to tie all this into real estate. I got one more clip by the same person. Let's go ahead and rock this out, and then I'm gonna carry this over to real estate. What all this has to do with real estate.
Gen Zers started saving for retirement 15 years earlier than baby boomers, and it still may not be enough. No shit. How many Gen Zers do you think are going to be collecting a pension? Very little. Social Security, they say, is going to run out by 2040. And the biggest thing is home ownership. How can millennials and Gen Zs retire if they don't own a home and have it paid off? Do you know how many boomers would be absolutely screwed right now if they had to spend $3,000 for rent? They're living in a $400,000 or $500,000 home that's paid off. Their only housing burden is property taxes and home insurance for like $800. If they had to rent for $2,000 to $3,000, that would ruin their retirement. That is the path that Gen Z and millennials are headed towards. Because if we turn into a renter's economy, what if rent is $20,000 in 40 years? Freddie, that's ridiculous. In the 80s, 40 years ago, it was $200. Now it is $2,000. It 10x. What if it 10x again and apartments are $20,000? Let's be generous and say $10,000 a month. That would be $120,000 a year just for a one-bedroom apartment for our retirement. So what would we need saved at that point? $10 million? The average Gen Zer started saving for retirement 15 years earlier than baby boomers, and it still may.
Hey, man, I just was preaching this at the barbershop. I'm going to run this back one more time. Can the congregation get an amen? Amen. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching the you know what I'm saying? The economic spirit up in here. You know what I'm saying? Let me run this back one more time.
Not be enough. No shit. How many Gen Zers do you think are going to be collecting a pension? Very little. Social Security, they say, is going to run out by 2040. And the biggest thing is home ownership. How can millennials and Gen Zs retire if they don't own a home and have it paid off? Do you know how many boomers would be absolutely screwed right now if they had to spend $3,000 for rent? They're living in a $400,000 or $500,000 home that's paid off. Their only housing burden is property taxes and home insurance for like $800. If they had to rent for $2,000 to $3,000, that would ruin their retirement. That is the path that Gen Z and millennials are headed towards. Because if we turn into a renter's economy, what if rent is $20,000 in 40 years? Freddie, that's ridiculous. In the 80s, 40 years ago, it was 200. Now it is 2,000. It 10x. What if it 10x again and apartments are 20,000? Let's be generous and say $10,000 a month. That would be $120,000 a year just for a one-bedroom apartment for our retirement. So what would we need saved at that point? $10 million? The average Gen Zer started saving for retirement 15 years early.
How they used to do in church, man? This is all I've been saying. I've been preaching this to everybody I know. Circle barbers. I'm gonna send this to my barber. I'm gonna go ahead and snip this because I just talked about this about 2 hours ago at the barber shop. I said, man, you got your $10 million to retire on? No. All right. So let me show you how you're gonna need $10 million. I asked him, well, how much you need right now to live comfortable? And he said 200,000. I said he's 32 years old. I said, well, would it be safe to say in 30 years when you retire that 200,000 gonna look more like 500,000? He said, yeah. All right, so let's take that 500,000 times 20. That's $10 million. That's what you need to retire, and that's just living. You live comfortable.
Right.
That's not extravagant. That's not rich.
Right.
When you 65 to 85, you can't cut hair no more. You can't stand up no more. You can't do what you need to do.
Right. Handshaking.
What you're gonna have to the side? You need $10 million. And don't forget the inflation. Like he said, my first apartment was $215. That was in the 90s. That was late 90s. I had a one-bedroom apartment in Algiers, Louisiana. When I first got out of college, my rent was $215. Now a one-bedroom apartment gonna run you about $1,600
for a decent one.
For a decent one, that's 25 years later. So think about it. You know what I'm saying? So what's gonna happen in 2040, 2050?
And why you think BlackRock and all them buying up all these properties?
Right. So you thinking that are you looking at today's standards for tomorrow? For tomorrow. And you don't forget, you're gonna have to 10x that thing, 5x that thing. So if we 1,500 now, it might be 10. So you talk about Social Security, you get 3, 4, huh? What? 3,000, 4,000? That ain't no. If it's there, they might say, "Oh, you spend it."
It won't even be that.
You might if it's there. So y'all got to get real serious about this thing.
Yep.
And stop playing with the life. Stop playing around. Get serious. Stop
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, and man, I blinked my eye, man. The 30 is gone. It was like a dream. I woke up 40. Yeah. How did that happen?
I'm almost 60 here.
So this man, look, really?
I'll be 55 in a couple months, so I hear you. The time comes.
This ain't nothing to play with, man. This ain't nothing to play with. This is what I'm going to tell y'all, man. Y'all better stop playing, man. Y'all better stop playing around and get serious. Have a serious grind, because this is before you know it. Because a friend of mine, I don't know what day. I don't know if he passed yesterday or today, but a friend of mine, we always used to talk, dreams and stuff like that. Solid dude, but dude with 38, 39, man, he gone. This ain't nothing to play with, man. This ain't nothing to play with, bro. I'm trying to tell you. So get what you got. Have a game plan, a strategy on what you gonna do, and execute that. And it better involve real estate if you wanna. I mean, that's the safest bet.
Right, and especially if you married and got kids, you definitely got to get on it.
Yeah. So this ain't nothing to play with, man. This ain't we be getting the GED at life, and this requires a master's degree. I'll go ahead and open it up, man. I don't want
I
to push
think-
too long, man.
I think a lot of people live for
hold
today.
on.
I think a lot of people live for today,
Pass the plate.
and we don't think about 5-10 years down the road till it's get here.
Right.
We think about right now and what I need right now or the weekend, and we don't think about down the road.
Yep.
And then we get slapped in the face when we get down the road.
And end up your kinfolks end up having to do a GoFundMe.
Right.
Take care of you.
I
Man,
mean, that's the thing. This is the thing. This was scare. If this don't scare you, I know nothing's supposed to scare you in life. But this dude, I know this dude Rashad, man. Rest in peace, man. This dude was a likable dude, bro. Everybody loved this dude. Mac even loved this dude. He had to GoFundMe, he had no insurance. I don't understand how you had no insurance. You work for an insurance company.
what?
Yeah. His GoFundMe was $4,000, bro.
Dang.
That must be a cremation because that ain't no funeral.
Right. Right. You ain't get no casket for no boy.
So that go to show you, bro. You get out what you put in, man. And a fraction of what you put in. This dude was a good dude, man. Like I said, a lot of people loved him. A lot of people know him. But you can't rely on nobody else.
Right.
You can't rely on nobody else. How you know this dude put all this good energy into the world? You only get $4,000. When you on your ass, you're gonna be on your ass by your goddamn self.
4,000 short. Man.
Yeah, you got to take care.
So this ain't for play, man. I'll go ahead and open it up, man. I don't want. I just, it moves me today, man.
They're like Willie D say, no more talk.
All right. I seen it straight up, man. Like, man, this ain't for play, man. Y'all better get y'all illmatic grind, and y'all laugh at the people that sitting there when we say we ain't going to the party. We're not going on a vacation. I'm not doing that. Oh, you ain't been in the latest restaurant? No. You been in the latest club? No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope. Ain't going. You got the lady. What are those? Shoes.
I know, right? I mean, yeah. But I think a lot of us have that me mentality.
Right.
That me and right now mentality, and not thinking about the family down the road. Like, you're not thinking about, what'll happen if this or, a couple years ago I broke my ankle, right, and I couldn't do too much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Mortgage still got to get paid.
Right.
Light bill still got to get paid.
Yep.
I wait for no man.
I couldn't move around, and you still gotta get it.
Right.
Right. Hyman, I'll go ahead and open it up. I don't want to dominate the conversation, but it just one of those things, man.
Hyman got everything taken care of. Look how you stroking your beard.
Hey, look, he using gasoline in them torches.
Uh-oh.
Right.
he using that.
He actually got money burning in the back. That's actually money he fueling that thing with. Like Scrooge McDuck, you know what I'm saying? Or Pablo Escobar.
He need to convert that into Wi-Fi signal strength.
Right, take that some of that in. You know what I mean? But while he buffering. So but nah, man, it's real. So the best resources, and that's the thing, is you need to take advantage of what's out there. We watch too much TV. We watch too much movies, Ghosts and Power and stuff like that. And we try to outthink ourselves, and you wind up hurting yourself because just because somebody look like you, that don't mean they have ill intention. And we thinking we watching these movies, and you setting up these villains and stuff that's not there. And the people that you need to be leery of, that's the people you trust and give your money. So you're not helping yourself. You're not helping your community. You're not helping anything by not making wise choices and intelligent choices. You know, everything gonna come back. Everything gonna come back at you. I don't understand why we talking about we in our mid-20s. We talking about we young. You're an adult. These choices.
When you turn 18, you're an adult.
I told this to my barber today. Cause this dude, he could, you know, cool dude. I like what he, you know, but I asked him. I said, "Well, he talking about how you gonna be rich." I said, "By what method are you gonna be rich? What's your game plan?" Well, man, I just like to have fun. I said, "Man, what girls like to have fun?" They had a song about it in the 80s. You remember? You know, just wanna remember that? Yeah, girls. Yeah, we can't have no fun. Yeah, we, you know, so. And I asked him. I said, I said a quote by one of my favorite MCs of all time, man. It's E40. He said, "Man, every swing of the bat, every snap of the ball, every layup and free throw count." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything count. So we can't blame it on I'm young or nothing like that. That's, you know, it's too late by then, man. We gotta go ahead and take this thing serious, because all that other stuff with you doing in your 20s while you lying, come back and bite you in your 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it one more time for those. E40 said, every swing of the ball, every swing of the bat, every snap of the ball, every free throw and layup count. All that count. So we gotta stop playing with this thing, man. Corey, welcome to the panel, man.
Appreciate you. I don't know what we playing with, but we better stop playing with it from the tone that you had.
I just got my preacher, Holy Spirit this night, man. You know, a friend of mine had passed either yesterday or today. I've seen it on Facebook.
Man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, he was a cool dude. I used to work with him back at Gallery Furniture. He was the first one to really kind of take me under his wing at Gallery, because the rest of them wouldn't mess with me at first until I proved myself. But he was the first to extend that olive branch and kind of, all right, man, let me show you how to do this thing. But young cat was 39, 38, 39. Fit. He was slim and fit. Just kick the bucket.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if he had the jab or what. I don't know what went on. I don't know all the details, but all I know is I seen on Facebook he had a GoFundMe, and all he was collecting was $4,000. You know, and he worked for an insurance place, I believe, and he ain't got insurance.
Goodness gracious.
So this is the thing, man. You got to take this thing serious, man. You got to take this thing serious, and you got to plan for later on. You know, I know we go all the cliches. Yeah, YOLO. You can't take it with you, and what else we say? What else we say to be immature?
Love on your family while they're here.
Yeah, you know,
Cetera,
enjoy it while you got it. You're only young ones, you know. I'm gonna enjoy it while I'm young. Nobody's perfect. What are the loser phrases they got out there?
Loser phrases.
Excuse to lose. Let's call it what it is. You know, what are the phrases they got?
It's all right. You did your best.
Yeah,
That
you know,
shit
like, at
kills
least
me.
I tried. I tried. I wonder if I can go.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, B might get mad at you for saying that one right there. You understand?
Man, I'm an advocate of that. I mean,
Oh, we know.
Right.
Don't backtrack that, B.
I'm an advocate against it. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I'm not. You got the wrong one on that one. I always invested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's we talk about shrinkflation, how nowadays you get less for more. Not only that, is that the prices that you get less of is tripling and quadrupling. Also, we just played a clip that they talked about how Social Security is not going to be there. They fumbled the bag on that. It's not going to be there by 2040. By the time most of us retire, and then the last clip we just played was talking about how we thought we getting into real estate now. This was probably one of the last clips. I might have one or two more, but we getting into how real estate affects this, because back when I was my first apartment in '98 was $215 for one bedroom. Now one bedroom will be about $1,500. That's 25 years later. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So 25 years.
Did you say 215?
My first apartment was $215 back in 1998.
Damn.
Jackson Landon Apartments.
That is low, even for 1998.
Extremely.
Nah, it was a one
That's like
bedroom.
a closet.
Yeah,
Nah,
he went in Houston though.
No, I was in Houston. I was in Louisiana. Yeah,
It had to be in a city that was off the map.
No, I wasn't. That was in Algiers. Yeah. I mean, when I got, and then that was a one bedroom. When I moved to a two bedroom, the two bedroom was $275.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
What you was running away from roaches? You know what I'm saying? And rats.
Nah, it was a nice apartment. It was a
New
nice
York
apartment. No, it was a nice apartment. Clean. Actually, it was a middle.
You gonna tell me it was a luxury apartment at 215?
It wasn't luxury, but it was a nice sought after apartment complex, at least back then, because everybody, man, Jackson Landon, it was for New Orleans. It was nice.
I got you.
Yeah. So it wasn't no, where you got amenities and all that. It still was an apartment.
Yeah,
but it was nice.
No, you're not ducking gunshots.
No gunshots. They was one of the first that had the security up front where you couldn't get in there without checking in.
Oh, they had a guard and everything, but
215.
Man, Gabe at 215, B. Come on, stop.
215.
Dang.
215. Yep. Now your water was included, but you had to pay your back then we had a phone bill. Yeah, water was included. Water included.
Oh man.
What?
No, I still would have been there.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, that's right.
It probably would have been 515 by this time.
Yeah, but I remember when I first moved to Houston. When I first moved to Houston, actually when I started looking at Houston in 2003, which was 5 years later, nice apartments was $400.
I don't know, bro. When I moved to Houston in 2007, my rent was like $750.
Yeah,
right. Now
my first one was like $800. That was like the early 2000s, and it was a nice place. Nice.
How many bedrooms?
One bedroom.
800. Where you was downtown?
No, I was over by
I was I-10 and I was
on
like
the good side
I-10
of
and
NRG.
Highway 6.
I was on the good
That's
side
a
of
regular
NRG.
apartment. Yeah, that's a regular apartment.
I was I-10 and Highway
Now,
6.
I remember in 2005 when I had that FEMA apartment. I know the regular rent on that was like $7 something. But when I was looking in 2004, before Katrina, I was thinking about moving out here before Katrina. I was finding some nice ones for $400, $450. You know what I mean?
2005,
2004, and 2003.
All right, when I got married in '99, so our first apartment was $4. B is right. It was $375 to $450, and we lived off of Mesa and Tidwell. We lived off of Gulf Bank, and we lived off of Aldi Melrose.
Right.
there you go. You just said it right there.
Yeah.
So
what that sound like? Was that the fofo?
we lived in.
You said Mason. You said Mason Tidwell. Yeah.
Mason Tidwell for a little while, for about a year. Our first apartment was off of Gulf Bank, on the Inwood side. On the Inwood side, not the Acres Home side.
Okay.
You can ride down Gulf Bank and hit West Montgomery. You in there. But we was on the Inwood side.
Petrois.
Right. But see, the thing is that don't forget it was different time. Like it might be hood now, but it wasn't as hood back then. I remember in the early 2000s, Houston was more country. It was a big city, but it was a country.
Depending on where you at.
And here's the thing: Greenspoint at that time was considered a nice area.
Right. Exactly.
It was early 2000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back then, Greenspoint was considered a nice area before it got bad.
I remember. I met this little chick, and she had an apartment in Greenswood. It was a nice apartment.
That's when all the city views was going. Remember all the city views down there on Greens Road?
Green, yep.
Greens
And she was
Road,
on Greens Road, right next to the mall. I went to the mall. I used to go shopping at that mall right there.
Greenspoint.
Greenspoint.
Centerview, Beamer.
Greensport had a Giorgio's in there at one point. I don't know if that's still in there.
Yeah,
Ain't
it's
no
not
Greens
anymore.
Point anymore.
It can't be.
It ain't in there.
Right.
There ain't no Greens Point.
It ain't nothing but a Foot Locker.
I used
It's
to
a
buy
Foot Locker.
Gators at Greenspoint Mall.
Nah, they got a Foot Locker and the African store
24-hour fitness.
They had a Giorgio's in there at one point.
and a roller
You know what?
coaster in the
They got
parking lot.
apartment. They done put a couple apartment buildings in the parking lot at Greens Point now.
That look nice too. Tripped
Yeah,
me
they
out
do.
the other day.
They do.
I'm like, really? Okay.
Right. So things have changed, man. So my point is that it's safe to say that was 20 years ago. At least even if it was 7 in a trip, or at least doubled up in 20 years.
Oh yeah.
So my point is that the next 20 years, when the time for I'll be at retirement age in about 20 years. Would it be safe to say that a 1-bedroom apartment would be 3,000? 3,500. That's pretty much safe to say.
That,
No,
I
going
can say
at this
that,
pace.
that might be accurate.
In 20 years,
Well,
I think in 20 years, a 1-bedroom average, an average 1-bedroom will probably be right about 13. 13 maybe to $2,000, not $3,000 yet.
Huh?
1,300?
What?
13.
15 now. What you
It's
talking about,
15 now.
I said an average. I didn't say a upscale.
So it's
I
gonna
said
go
an
down?
Average. An average.
Upscale ain't 15.
Okay, so what we're taking Greenspoint, we're taking Mason, Tidwell, we're taking A-Leaf, we're taking those units. Those units will get up to that point.
So in the hood, what's a 1-bedroom apartment right now in the hood?
600.
600. That's with bullet holes in there.
That's in the hood. Yeah, 600.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get out the window.
Right.
You
And
got
that's looking
burglar
at
balls
600.
on the window.
That's the slums.
Yes.
All right, let's rephrase the question. I'm not moving the goalpost. Let's rephrase the question. Let's rephrase it to a livable corporate, for a person that's a corporate that has a nice job that will want to stay in, not the hood. I would say it's about 1,300 to 1,500 right now. Today.
Yep.
My
Today,
daughter
a nice one? No, 900.
a nice one.
A nice one is 900 right now.
900.
900. What is that?
900. No,
What are
man.
you
man,
talking
see them
about?
at.
900?
Wait, where?
900 though.
When
What,
last
you
time you
talking
looked at
about
apartments, bro?
You must be talking about one of them conversion units you got over there, dog. You know what I'm saying? We talking about apartment complex, man.
Yeah,
Okay, so
complex.
You gotta
The
uncheck. Hold on, wait. You gotta uncheck all bill paid, bro. That ain't.
The issue, the issue is this. When you just talking about just a basic, because the basic apartment is gone away. It's all squeezed down to luxury. They're putting a basic apartment is putting the word luxury on the front just so they can charge over $1,200 for a 1-bedroom unit. That's what they're doing. When you ride by and you see these new apartments and you actually walk one that's 600 square feet, it only has granite in the kitchen and it still has the what's that white court marble shit that they put in their restrooms. It still has that. It doesn't even have a garden tub. It still has a traditional tub and combo. That's it. They have some laminate floors in the kitchen and still has carpet. But they're saying it's luxury. That's the thing. So the normal little apartment, that's just the average apartment, is no longer there. So because quote unquote the new buildings have put the word luxury in front of it, so they can upcharge you for that. That's it, though. But if you just say a regular little apartment, going from 500, it'll go to 900, just based on the inflation situation.
In 20 years. So you say
Man,
In 20 years, that apartment won't exist. To be honest with you, if you just want to be
right.
real,
So that's
that
my
apartment
point
won't
is.
exist.
I say the average apartment, I give you 25 to 3,000 for 1-bedroom that's decent. Slums, you might get away with 2,000 in the slums 20 years from now.
2040, 2044. Lord have mercy.
2044. You know, I think that's conservative.
That's not the messed up part about it, that's not even unrealistic to say it. Like
Right.
that 20 years from now. Yeah.
I mean, just like in the video, he was saying how much rent is going up.
Right.
10x.
So let's add that up. let's say I like 3 just to make it. All right, let's keep it 2,500. That's for your basic 1 bedroom, right? So that means you need $30,000 a year. That's just on rent.
Just on the rent.
That's just on rent.
Yep.
So if your Social Security ain't gonna be there, and you talk about rent, groceries, your medicine, and all that, you're gonna need about $5,000 a month.
And you're gonna need money for meds when we get older.
Man, it's gonna go back to old school when Big Mama was in that hospital bed in the living room.
But that's if you could afford the hospital bed delivery. You gotta have insurance to do that.
I mean, you can't afford to put in the home.
2,600.
You ain't gonna be able to afford to put it nowhere.
Right. So let's keep the numbers to where if we talking 2,500 a month for 1 bedroom apartment, you're gonna need to at least have $5,000 a month, which is $60,000 a year. That's
Minimum.
just that's good timing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if a carton of eggs is $8 now,
that's what I'm saying.
we ain't even talked
Definitely
about food
have
prices.
This is after we can't work no more. This is after we can't work no more. So if your Social Security, you can check your Social Security right now. If it's only 3, that's only enough to cover that might be only enough just to cover your rent if you're trying to downsize.
Hey man, we're gonna go back to the wind up cars. You go be outside cranking
Hey, look,
cranking that car up.
Or you can own your own home, have it paid off. You know what I'm saying? Then you ain't got to worry about what apartment is doing at that point.
That's what they were saying is like the baby boomers now, they living in $400,000-$500,000 houses, but they got to pay it off. All they doing is paying property taxes and insurance.
Yeah.
So they pay about $800 a month. They said if that was the case, if they would have to pay today's standard, they wouldn't be able to live. And it's the same thing. We think we're gonna be able to live off of today's standards when they're gonna double or triple up.
Nope, gotta think different.
Yeah.
Multiple
streams of income.
Your thinking gonna have to evolve.
Right. So that's the point we were trying to make. Like, man, you think, oh man, I'll give me a 1 bedroom. You're looking at Social Security, I'm gonna get $3,000, and you think you're gonna get a 1 bedroom apartment for $1,200. That ain't gonna happen. The 1 bedroom gonna be $3,000. 1 bedroom gonna be $25,000.
Hey, are you looking at a 3-2 house thinking you're gonna get it for $250?
Right. So let's talk about cars. Like I said, let's talk about cars right now. We showed the example with the Honda. Like I said, I got a 98 Trans Am, tax, title, and license and everything. This was the Trans Am, not the Firebird. I had a 98 Trans Am fresh off the lots. Tax, title, and license and all that was $23,000. Out the door. I think I put like $12,000 down. I put like half down. And my car note was like $98, $93, something like that. I forgot.
When was this?
This was 98.
Gotcha.
You're splurging in 98. You got the apartment, you got the Trans Am.
Oh, I was hot boy.
Rolling.
Right. Definitely, shit. Fresh out of college. New Trans Am. I was one of the first in the city to have an apartment. Shit, I was rolling. Picture me rolling. But back then you could roll. All my bills was less than $500 a month.
And the new Trans Am, no house, no garage to put it in.
Nah, it was right there. I had it right there by the
window.
By the sliding door.
Parked under the tree.
Nah, it was
Under the carport. At least you had a
they
carport.
ain't had no carports. They had no carports there.
Not for no 215. They ain't no carport.
Yeah, not 215.
No carport, no garage.
You ain't lying. They had to park on the street at 215.
Right. We had our private lots, but I parked in the back where nobody usually parked back there. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't
want nobody to hit the Trans Am. You probably
this was the problem. The problem with that is that when you live the lifestyle I live, I kept having to replace tires and new paint job for my joint getting keyed.
So you were lying to him.
know?
You the
When you're
only
in a
one,
barber
boo.
shop,
You the only one.
when you're in a barber complex, you're sitting up. You know, you got squatters.
Was
Yeah,
the
like-
squatters keying your car? Who was keying your car? That's the
Right.
question, B.
Well, but
You know what I'm
I'm saying that in a figurative. They squatting, meaning they squatting. You know, by name, get cool with the neighbors so they can look at you. You know what I'm saying? So I suffered a lot of that back in the days. But
like UGK said they want to your car.
right, yeah, they
Classic.
But
Classic, man.
I think I got one more to go. Hold on, let me pull this up.
What you sipping on, CJ? Uncle Nears?
Man, just a little agave juice.
Agave juice. Oh, really? You on a tequila tonight? Which one?
It's a new one, Pantalero. No,
That's not-
Pantalones. It's Pantalones. It's a no additive type of tequila.
Yeah, 100% agave.
No
Broncos.
Nah, Reposado.
A Repo. Why do young people like to drink Repo, man? Only young
Repo
people like to
tastes
drink Repo.
better. It
Yep.
tastes
No, it
better
does
than
not.
Blanco.
So they like
Añejo tastes the best.
they like
100%. Yes,
they like so Reposado is a little better than Blanco, but depending on the brand, it's gonna taste sweet to them. But if you're doing it right, it's just a smoother. It's a smoother taste.
it's definitely smoother. You know what I'm saying? If you do Blanco, you might well do vodka.
This
I don't
one
even-
is a new one. I tried this one. My liquor store man told me to try this one.
You
It's
should
pretty
have
solid.
the label.
It's
What
pretty
is
Which
it?
solid.
one is
Can
that
you
one?
read the label?
No, I can't see
The
it.
light shining
Nah, I
too
can't
hard
see
on
it.
it.
My
What
bad.
is
It's called Real Deal Ballet out of Mexico. 100% agave. Solid. It's pretty solid for a straight. You know, I drink it straight for a Blanco.
Not bad.
it?
Everybody, well, those who know me, I'm a Nejo drinker, but I tried
Yeah.
it. It's pretty solid to drink straight.
Right on. I had to check that out. You know, agave is from the earth, so we just tap it into nature.
That's all
From the earth.
from the earth. I mean, well,
Ain't
Barry B,
they,
you
ain't they
can't
all
drink no more.
from?
You
Ain't they all
55
from the earth?
No.
It's less processing for the
Oh, okay.
Less additives, huh?
But
Tough shot.
hold on, I got one more. I gotta find it. Like I said, I was running late today, so I ain't get a chance to set up. I ain't get a chance to set up everything. I got one more. I
in
gotta
the
find it.
meantime, I ain't heard that Kendrick response yet, but I heard
What?
Kendrick responded to Drake.
I heard it was fire though.
Yeah, I heard
Hold
Yeah,
on.
it.
everybody's
Hey, look,
saying
hey,
it's
look,
fire. I
look,
haven't
look.
heard it.
Hey, look, the latest response, that's not the one that he did on that Future track, huh?
Nah, it's another one.
So Kendrick and Drake are beefing now?
Oh, Drake beef with everybody.
Yeah,
he done
they all
he done
beef.
called out Rick Ross, Future, Drake. I mean, Kendrick. Who else?
What is he? Is he his buzz is pretty strong, or has it died down since that? I guess that last album wasn't so great.
Well, Kendrick started it with his verse on Future's album, where he was talking about J. Cole and Drake.
First off, let's talk about how great that was. If you hear that thing, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick went off on that one.
Yeah.
And
It's
Chris
very
Brown
rare-
went
it's-
off on his too.
It's very rare that Kendrick don't
Didn't
go off
expect
on
that from
anything.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, then Chris Brown just
Chris
dissed
Brown
Quavo.
was man.
Chris Brown.
But
Chris
then,
Brown on Quavo.
You need to go sit in. You need to go over there and sit down. Don't even.
but and then Quavo responded, but this one seems more realistic as far as beef to me. The Kendrick Drake one it's like a rap battle type of situation.
Yeah.
But
It's just
Chris
like, man, let's
Brown and
just create
Quavo
something.
sound like some real. I'm gonna have to see you type stuff.
Now I saw an interview that Kendrick did, you know what I'm saying? He was just talking about, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just rap competition, you know what I'm saying? Ain't really no big deal. But like you say, you know what I'm saying? I think that Chris Brown joint, that's real beef. Because he's been talking about that.
That was personal.
They got the viral video when he talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, he talking about some kind of basketball league or something, you know what I'm saying? He been telling Quavo to get his team down there and bitches and hoes and all of those stuff.
Ooh.
And then
He was going
you can't bring up your partner that just got killed in the verse.
That takes it to another level.
Yeah,
Man, when he said everybody was wishing it was you, I was like, oh,
yeah, I was like, yeah, this,
yeah, that's personal right there.
but to me, there's also a testament of men not knowing how to be like men. This is really catty to me.
Between Quavo and Kendrick,
Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
But I think Chris Brown just started to just really get into these beefs, isn't it? Is this his first time really getting into a beef?
I think this is his real, true public first beef.
I don't know.
He might have had something behind the scenes.
I don't think.
'Cause
Yeah, I don't
he
think
had
he
a
ever
couple
did.
of-
He never did a diss song.
Yeah, I think he
And
did a couple
instead
of
of singing, he rapping.
Yeah.
So,
and he rapping better than some rappers out there.
yeah.
I'm talking about he went off. Now Quavo's song wasn't that bad, but Chris Brown was on like some Tupac type shit. To me.
Yeah, Quavo just responded because he had to, but his was more like it's on when I see you. Like it's gonna if they see each other, it's gonna be on.
You think they're really gonna fight?
I don't know what they're gonna do. Something gonna happen.
Now
whatever it is, I'm just glad it's leading to some good music. Because I'm jamming all that, all of it.
Man, we just got to talk about the clip, man. I can't find it, man. I had one clip was shocking this morning, man. It was guy teaching you how to squat on houses.
Well, hold on, before you get started in that beat, you went on a little rant a little while ago because one of your people had passed away, right? Somebody that you thought was a good guy that passed away.
Right.
Let me tell you this, B. When somebody that you know that you felt was a good person passes away, it does a multitude of things for us as men, right? Number one, it makes us realize, hey, you know what? I have to get better as far as being there for the people who I love, being there better for setting my family up for the future. That's what you're feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go ahead and be ready for these moments that come up. And when somebody like close passed away, it's just like a massive ass shockwave. You can run around and tell any and everybody, man, you ain't preparing for your retirement. But the biggest thing is just you as a man. Am I really prepared? And that's what it takes. I heard you CJ talk. I'm just sitting there just rubbing my beard like I'm not worried about. You know, it took some young people to pass away in my family for me to realize, you know what, I'm bullshitting. Let me take what I do more serious, put more effort in, get my policies together, get my investments together, get the portfolio together. So when it's my turn to go, my kids and my grandkids can end up on second base versus starting out at home plate, trying to get on. You know what I mean? So that's what you're feeling right now, B. And it's okay to feel that way because we all felt it. I'm not gonna say all. I know I felt it when those young folk passed away in my family. I was like, damn, they so young and they didn't get an opportunity to experience life. They didn't get an opportunity to set themselves up.
And it's not just that. It's like, how do we get not just our family, but the next generation out of the rat race? And then you look at how the wealthy have been doing it from day one, like the Rockefellers and everything, setting up the trust and everybody having these insurance policies that pay so much amounts and everything. It's like, all right, we need to set something. We got to do something different because we can't keep doing these GoFundMe's where everybody having to pay for somebody else to pass on. And you ain't even getting all the money from GoFundMe. They're taking like 20% or something like that, 20-25% or something, I think.
Grand theft money.
Right. So all the money that's getting accumulated, they taking a big cut anyway. But
Yeah.
So
and
instead of spending your money at Chick-fil-A and they ain't even using real chickens no more, set some of that money aside and put some down on the policy every month.
I did this experiment in January 1, dog. I wanted to know. I'm gonna take it strictly personal for me. I wanted to know how much do we spend on eating out in a month, dog. And I'm gonna be 100% honest, fool. We spend on groceries for my household. We spend roughly about maybe $400 just on the basic shit that we buy for the house. So I understand the shrinkflation. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna see every time we want to eat Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. I like Little Caesars. I stopped eating at Raising Cane's. I thought it was just too high.
That is facts.
Yeah.
I love to smoke meat, so I go down there to Rack Shack, get that nasty baked potato for like $15. And I just actually just wrote it down. Didn't care what I spent. Just kept a track of it. I came out to be, we spend an additional $560 a month just on eating out, though.
Yep.
I agree.
$560.
I
That comes
agree.
out to be $6,660 a year just on shit that we're gonna shit out. Excuse my
Right.
French.
And then
for me,
if you're lazy, you're gonna do Uber Eats. That's gonna be another.
Additional on top of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Man,
that
I'm gold press platinum Uber Eat customer.
Man, I need to be on somebody's wall like customer of the year.
No, it's called a tax write-off if you know what to do. I write it, it's all tax
I mean,
write-off.
you can write it off, B. I get where you're coming from, but to really say like, damn, that's a lot of money we spending on some shit that's number one. Like I think CJ said it best. We don't know what the hell we eat and ain't good for us
No,
anyway.
that's right.
And so I took it to say like, fuck, you know what? If my wife, my kids, they want to eat out, go ahead. That's fine. If there's something in this house that I can eat that I want to eat, I'm not gonna buy anything and I'm gonna eat that. Go get that for y'all, just to at least try to minimize that and show the example. Hey, look, we don't always have to eat out. There's good shit in this refrigerator, in this stove. We just put it together real quick and get it done. When y'all see me smoke that meat, that's me saying like, look, I'm not gonna go buy shit. I got this smoked meat y'all finna eat. Y'all gonna eat some of this smoked meat with me and keep it done and let's move on.
Definitely, Paul. No Diddy. But look, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? It's like you strong, you stronger, you stronger than me, because you know what I'm saying, if the family eating out, I'm eating out. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't look, y'all eat out, you know what I'm saying? I eat something here. But you did something 90% of people won't do, which is actually track how much money you spend going out.
Yeah.
So a lot of people look up at the end of the month like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Where all my money went to? You know what I'm saying? Where my money go? But nobody decides to track and say, okay, well, look, what am I doing wrong? Let me try to track this and see what I'm doing, what I need to correct to make sure I got a little bit of money left over at the end of the month.
Yep.
So I commend you on that.
It just blew my mind when I did. I'm like, dang, man, like, fuck, you gotta do something better than this. That's a bunch of money that's gone to, like I say, making an owner Chick-fil-A, making them more money, making an owner Wendy's, making them more money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now,
Hey, you gotta be like Mom and Daddy said back in the day. We got McDonald's at home.
Yeah, make it on that square window.
Facts. Eat it or starve.
Y'all hitting on some this to react to, and I got another clip. I pivoted right on the spot.
Try to give you some time, B. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up, try to give you some time.
We stalled them out. Right.
Yeah. So this the answer. I'll answer. From latest to go retro. But y'all hitting where it hurts. That's one of my last addictions. I done kicked everything, man. I done kicked a lot of addictions, but one of my last addictions is convenience. I figured out I'm not addicted to fast food. I'm addicted to the convenience of it. So the food is nasty. I've been figured that out. The food is actually trash, but it's so convenient for me to for me to go on this thing and then boom while I'm working and then 15 minutes, 20 minutes later it's at the door. I can just go ahead and eat instead of trying to prep, and then I can't cook, man. I wasn't blessed with culinary skill. I'm a hell of a writer. I'm a hell of a speech giver, but I last time I cooked, I damn near killed 2 months. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, I can't cook either, but my stuff is edible. You know what I'm saying? Like you can eat my stuff. You can eat my stuff and be like, okay, well, look, you know what I'm saying? I don't taste charcoal burnt. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty good.
And man, look, try to eat Raisin Cane's without that sauce. That shit nasty to the blood.
I dropped no flavor. I try to cook my dog some stuff, and they look at me. Then my dog.
Hey, and if you, I don't know if y'all noticed too, back in the day, if you drop some food on the ground, whether it was fast food or whatever, bugs would be all over.
Right.
You drop it on the ground now, that joint just be sitting there.
Right.
No animals.
No ants, no nothing. Somebody get it.
No nothing eat it, bro. It just be sitting there.
The only thing, like I said, even my dogs don't eat some of that fast food. They'll look at it. So that's so I think it's
like, I can't believe you eating that, bro.
Right. So it's just married to convenience, man. I need, that's one of the last things I need to work on. Because I done kicked all the rest of it. I never did drink, smoke, gamble, do drugs.
Man, we smoke anything, man.
Yeah, I never did.
We drank
Never
it.
did
even-
drink smoke.
I saw even Barry B had a smoke over there. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Yeah,
Come
Barry,
on now.
Barry B had that
You can't talk
stogie
about the
earlier.
smokers now. You can't talk about the smokers.
Look at him. He
Not
high
right
as hell right
Yeah, I had one. Oh, I do that every now and then.
And I didn't quit the chase in my 40s, so I didn't stop
Uh-uh.
chasing. You know what I'm saying?
Chasing.
So, yeah, I got to keep it PG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
So
I didn't
he's
kick that.
spinning. He
I didn't
don't
kick that
chase
out.
no more. He's spinning.
Nah, I don't even do that, man. I've been on. You know what I've been on. You know, especially these last. You know, getting into these high ups, man. I've been strictly on the path, man, the straight and narrow. So I didn't quit that. So I kicked that habit. So one of the last things I gotta work on is that convenience factor of cooking.
I'm gonna tell you right now though, that when I went out, like for me, when I lost like I said, y'all know, well I guess most of y'all don't know, I lost like 50 pounds a couple of years back though. And I used to eat eggs and sausage damn near every day, just because it was easy and I knew what was going into it, and they kind of just grew me from there. If you can eat fixed eggs and bacon and be okay with that, or eggs and sausage, you can eat that every day and you'll be all right, though.
Does it look like I eat swine, my brother?
Oh, well, whatever the case may be. Eggs, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
But
Does it look
like I did a month of like intermittent fasting and dropped 10 quick.
Drop
Right.
10 like it ain't
There it
nobody's
is.
business, man.
Yeah,
There it is.
y'all
Yeah,
understand,
I've been hearing about
Yeah.
that.
y'all understand, man. I'm gonna take especially in the group chat, man. I'm gonna put a 200-pound vest on one of y'all. Y'all go ahead out there and run and see what's happening.
200
I
pounds.
run with
Yeah,
a I
what
run
we
with a
talking
vest
about?
every day, B.
Nah, you got to put a 200-pound vest on you.
What they
I'm
got
not
to do? What
doing
we
that.
talking
What we
about?
gotta do anything,
Now
man?
that you're trying to run at my weight.
Oh, at your weight. Yeah, nah, we can't run at your weight, B. You're doing the right
I ain't
thing.
saying
by
nothing
just
about
walking.
running.
Just
Look,
you're
you know what
doing
I'm
the
saying?
right
I
You
said
thing.
crawl before you
intermittent
can walk. You
That's
crawl
what I'm
before you
saying.
walk, you walk before you run. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
it. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
So let me see how your ankles feel. You run with that 200-pound vest on.
Nah, man, you're right about that, B. I can't
No,
get
you gotta
that.
do like you gotta get the weight off first.
That's what
I'm
I'm trying to
definitely
tell
walking
you.
my ass off though. I walk with a 200-pound vest, no problem.
Yeah,
Right.
walk. I mean, what you're doing right now, B, is
Yeah,
by
you
you
can do
walking every day. You
That-
making
that-
solid
that-
strides, man.
That ankle look like a softball. The next day.
Hey, feel like
Put
Isaac
some ice
Hayes.
on that thing.
Hey,
we
feel
gotta
feel
do
like
it.
Isaac Hayes. I'm gonna get you, sucker. That thing.
Man, shit. That's
Put
a
some
lot
ice
of,
on that thing, keep trucking.
then you got, this way you got the microfractures though too.
The
You know,
hoop.
you
Microfractures.
microfractures. You'll break them little bones in your toes.
Look,
Oh,
you know what I hear right now, B?
All
A bunch
right.
of damn excuses.
Ooh,
I
That's
got
all
you.
I hear. No, let's
Get 'em.
get it,
That's what
B.
it
I'm
sound
not
like.
trying to hear that. Let's
Right.
get it.
Those,
What it
those,
sound like.
hey, slowly but surely, man. It's
Yeah,
by
yeah.
end of
Hey,
December.
but
That's it.
100%,
the
man.
first workout starts with what you eat, and when you eat it,
Right.
Facts.
don't you ain't
Well,
even
that's
gotta
the
hit
thing,
the
though,
gym
too.
to lose weight.
Nah, I got it. I'm to the fact, like, I'm to that age, and if I don't hit that gym, I ain't coming off. I can't just diet my way.
That's not true. That's not
All
I
true.
don't believe that.
100.
Nah,
I'm gonna tell you.
But
that's
you
not
ain't got to
true,
be
B.
in the gym, B.
I
You
don't
ain't got to be in
believe
the
that.
gym.
That's not true, B.
I got to be.
If
You
you
ain't gotta
eat
be in the
better,
gym.
if you eat better, the pounds will fall.
I don't eat a lot.
Eat better.
I eat 1 meal a day.
But that one
It can't
meal
be
you eat-
But what
Popeyes
is
though.
it? What is
Yeah, I
that
eat
1 meal?
Popeyes.
What is that 1 meal?
Yeah.
You can't have oxtail baked potato. You know what I'm saying? Talking
Right.
about losing weight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You
What's wrong with oxtails, man? Oxtail nutrition.
Can't do a bucket of wings with the biscuits.
yeah. With some mashed potatoes on the side. You can't do that.
You know what I mean?
Right. So
Like if you cut the like the carbs, the starch, and everything.
yeah, I gotta do
Man, man, look,
keto
look,
diet.
B know what to do. B know
Drink
what
a
to do.
gallon
You know
of
what I'm
water
saying?
a day.
He over here
Right.
making excuses. B know what to do.
Yeah, I know what to do, but it ain't easy. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't easy.
Oh,
If
look,
it's
trust
easy,
me, I know.
yeah, it ain't
I
easy.
know.
If it was
Yeah.
easy,
I
anybody
know.
would have did.
Exactly.
Facts.
It's like playing chicken. It's like playing chicken. You going full speed ahead, and you got 2 cars running at each other, and it's gonna be for the one that hold out. You know what I'm saying? You try to hold out.
You talking about
feel
playing
me?
chicken or eating chicken? What you talking about, B?
Yeah, be playing chicken so you don't eat the chicken. You looking that your phone shaking, like damn. Then it don't be helping, man. You scroll, every other thing on Instagram is somebody cooking something or somebody eating something.
That's facts. That look good as hell. That look good as hell.
and it be looking good. Oh man, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and you know what I mean, give it a little something.
But here's the thing, B. It's okay to eat some of that stuff you see on
Right.
Instagram, but it's cooked, right? It's not processed.
See,
If you go on Instagram,
everything we eat processed.
I mean, if you go on Instagram, right,
Yep.
you see a chef cooking some stuff. I mean, that's a little bit better than you going to Chick-fil-A. You
I don't
call
really
it
do drive-throughs. You
what
can ask
the Uber
man,
Eats.
ask CJ
Okay,
and
Uber
Corey.
We do
Eats.
Uber Eats. Just
Uber
because you
Eats.
don't go through drive-through don't make it not drive-through.
No. I eat that run. Y'all are hung with me. You see how I eat. I'm expensive.
And that's your problem. That's your problem. You eating 2 appetizers.
No, you
2
just said you like
entrees, and a
Whataburger. How
dessert.
you expensive?
Huh?
Who?
I
B.
eat Whataburger occasionally. I might eat Whataburger twice a month.
Twice a month?
Yeah. I don't eat
Man.
I'm not a big Corey that hung with me, CJ that hung with me. You know how I get down.
How you get down, B? What's the
I'm
normal
gonna
meal?
go to
for
a
you?
restaurant, I'm gonna order 2 of them things.
2 what things?
B,
man?
we both went to the restaurant and had that thing looking like a buffet table.
We look like a
We had
buffet.
so much stuff on that thing. We had so much stuff on that thing. You know what I'm saying? That look like I already know.
Hey,
You
we
paying
didn't
that
know
thing
who
right up.
food was what. Like who had
Yeah,
this?
who food was what? Hey man, you want to try some of this? You want to try some of that? I'm telling you. We
You
had
know,
that
I
thing
get
lit over
when
there.
I eat, I feast. It might be that one meal a day, but I'm not eating no chicken wing. It might be we go and sit down and eat though.
Well, here's the thing, though, B. When I go sit down and eat, like I do think about what I'm gonna eat, right? So I think about
Right.
I can't go to every restaurant and eat a steak, 100%. So I might eat some sliders, or if we go to like a Cheddar's, I like the Monte Cristo. We go to Chili's, I might eat the sliders with some fries, stuff like that, but not a whole bunch
all
of
that starch. All
But
the
that's the
starch.
thing, though. When you go out to eat, I'm not gonna pay $25 for a half-ass steak. That's just a personal philosophy. Period,
I feel
right?
that.
That's just I'm not gonna. It doesn't make sense. I would rather go to one of the right steakhouse to get a beautiful steak done perfectly for me.
Yep.
Right.
So
Let me run this last clip. Oh, before we run this last clip, I want to tell you about. I mean, I didn't know him well. We worked together for a few years. We kept in touch afterward when he was working with State Farm. I'm just passionate about my people and wanting people to get serious. I just see too much playfulness in my people, and we don't take it serious. It is like your instincts say, because you get burned so much, to say, all right, don't worry about yourself. But at the same time, it's something in me that, hey, if I know that you about to run into a ditch, I'm gonna say, hey, you know, a ditch coming. There's something in me to warn you.
Yeah.
You know, even though hey, don't worry about me. You might snap at me, don't worry about me, but something in me, hey man, you about to run into a ditch. It's the good guy in me. So this is the thing. You know, I'm done being nice, but I ain't done being good, because nice guys finish last, but good guys always win. So I'm always gonna be a good guy. So I'm done being a nice guy though.
And that's why I think we need to bring in like a rite of passage for our young men.
Right.
Because it's a lot of information and a lot of tools they need as teenagers before we let them out into the world at 18 that they ain't getting.
Right.
Because just like
Especially if they don't.
What's the Texans player that just got shot in Florida by a 16-year-old shooting up a club?
Tank Dell, he shouldn't have been there, and he had
But-
no business.
But even still, why is a
He-
16-year-old
no,
in there shooting it up anyway?
True. That's well, hold on. That's number 2. Number 1 is if you're gonna show up to a place like that, show up, take a couple of pictures. Hey man, let's ride. This ain't where I need to be.
Yeah. I feel
Period.
that too.
And then number 2, the 16-year-old who in there thinking that he trying to get into it with somebody else. All right, that's a bad decision that him and his people didn't make the right decision. But
Right.
Tank shouldn't have been there. If he decided to go, you be there for an hour so you get the hell out.
Right. Do your walkthrough, keep it moving.
That's it.
Yep.
Let me run this last clip and then we go react. Then we get up out of here before 10, man. This is one of my, I don't want to say my favorite movie, but this is one of the movies that's coming true to what this is the, hopefully they don't flag us. Let's go ahead and do the fair use, you know, so they don't flag us.
We don't have the rights to this.
Yeah, we just reacted. So we don't own the copyrights. We just reacted for some fair use. This is a movie, Idiocracy, and I wanted to show you how, because we were talking about earlier where they trying to take us with the Uber Eats and the overinflation and stuff like that, and working from home. All this is coming through. This was in 2006. This movie was produced. But 20 years, almost less than 20 years later, we damn near there. So let's take a look at some of the similarities.
And then if you haven't watched Fresh, go watch that.
Fresh,
that movie back
with the
back
chest
in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. So fair use.
On next on the Violence Channel, an all new Alma Balls. All right. Huh? On.
Where's Officer Collins?
Shut up!
Are we on base?
I'll base your ass on my fist. Base, ass. Shut up.
I'm sorry, it's just, where am I?
Shut up! I told you already. Yeah! Well, shut up!
The Masturbation Network, keeping America baiting for 300 years. And now, Sweet Bang Tube.
Oh, yeah, give me some. Cut me a piece. Oh, you just go away, baiting. Damn it.
You're so smart, why don't you know that? The Secretary of Defense and Funbags over there is the Attorney General.
And that's the Secretary of Education.
It's kind of stupid. Like President Camacho's stepbrother still does a pretty good job, eh?
Right. So, now, so
What?
I didn't understand that.
I ain't understand that either.
Right, so-
I'm lost. I'm out. I'm still on hooked on phonics. I'm still reading through the
Now the movie
thing.
was
I didn't
about
understand.
the future. I guess you got to really see the movie in order to understand. The first day, that's where he crashed. He crashed in the future. That's how he crashed through the window. And the whole thing is, he worked. This guy who crashed into, he was an attorney, and that's all he did was watch TV all day. Like you see, he and that's how everybody was set up. They were set up to where they don't have to leave the house. You know, they had the mega screens, the LED screens going. They don't, you know, they had the tool where they drink. They had the toilet right there. They don't move on that spot. You know, as you can see, everything out the window. He just throw the trash right out the window. And he was a rich person in the future. The second scene where we was talking about that was the guy was, everybody was so stupid in the future because education went down. So those guys was like some of the smartest people. He was the average Joe in his time, but he was the smartest person in the world in the future. And so they had the president recruited him to be in his cabinet. And they were talking about, hey, this is the Secretary of Defense, and that was the president's cabinet with the gold chains and stuff on. You know what I'm saying? So, and your boy Terry Crews was the president at that time. So yeah, you got to watch it. It's a parody, but a lot of the stuff that they said in that movie is coming true today. Like we don't leave the house. We Uber eat and everything. The only thing that they didn't take into account, I would say, is feminism. Because it's still back then, it's still written from like a masculine point of view. You know, so, and it's 20 years later. But the point I did by watching that clip is, hey man, convenience, man, convenience. We working for the house. I hadn't really left the house too much for the house in the last 7 years. Don't have to.
You got to make a conscious choice to leave. You got to make a conscious choice to be social with people.
Nah, I'm social all day, but I need to leave the house is the point. To be social.
You got to
be social, leave the house.
Not social digitally. You got to be in person. Social.
Nah, that's incorrect. So I do more calls. I probably keep in touch with more people than all of y'all combined.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be shocked because of quote unquote your digital footprint and the fact that you'll pick up and call. That is very true.
Yeah.
But the ability to get up, drive to somebody's house, shake their hand, eat a meal with them is totally different than you calling DMing somebody.
Nah, it's that's what you see this thing right here called StreamYard. I use this all day.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a great example. So when you set up that event for us to come to that little bar out there in the Heights, I was super soaked just to see you characters in person. Just said like, oh, that's what you look like. Oh, okay. I only see the top of your head. B 6. For those who don't know, B is 6'5". Yeah,
I'm 6'6". Where did you get 6'5" from?
Corey
Corey 6'6".
He gave the NFL back of the players card.
That's that basketball height, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have 5 inches. You know what I'm saying?
How tall are you, B?
I'm 6'1", 6'2". Probably.
How tall are you, CJ?
6'4".
Yeah,
I already know Corey's 6'5". Me and Barry probably only the two shortest cats on this thing. I think I'm a little bit. I may be a little bit taller than Barry.
But that's the thing. You probably are. That's the thing. You can't tell from the camera, though.
Right.
You can't.
See, that's the thing,
So
man.
the-
Like I said,
the idea.
no, I used to go out to twice a day and go meet with realtors like at lunch, but it's not as effective. It's not. I don't see it any more effective as a Zoom meeting. So I look at the ROI.
I get it.
Yeah,
but
as far as
sometimes
meeting-
you can't do a ROI initially.
right. But I've done it over the course of years. When when we went to what's the name of that?
I don't know, but we linked up. We linked up in person though.
Right, we linked up in person, but it's not as far as I don't know. It's
ain't no way I would have did business with you off of no damn StreamYard.
When we linked up before StreamYard was the thing. We linked up before StreamYard was the thing.
I ain't doing business with nobody off no.
Yeah, StreamYard or Zoom. He ain't doing that.
I gotta shake your hand.
Shake your hand. For me, I'm gonna be.
Hey, you got to smell my cologne, like Pimp C say. You got to smell my cologne.
Right. I mean, I just hadn't seen it. Like I said, it's. I think 8 years ago, when we first started, it was getting bad then. Most people are still fake out. So I go way to Pearland. I drive the hour.
Fuck that.
And you don't show up. I drive, go way down.
I mean, you writing off Uber Eats, you can write off these rides.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's a better way to spend my time.
I agree with him on that. I'm not driving way to Pearland just for you to play.
Like I ain't mad at him on that, but
I ain't mad.
I was doing that when I first started. I mean, all right, man, you gonna be there 1 o'clock, man. All right, you on your way? Yeah, I'm on my way.
No show, no call, no show. What kind of shit is that?
That's back when they was talking about them coffee meetings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, coffee meetings and all. I used to do all that.
Nobody doing that no more.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
I still do it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really?
I still do it with some people.
But that's where hit my calendar. Let's do it.
But we do have a conversation first, either via phone or via messaging or email or something. We're gonna have a couple convos before I see if it's worth my time to make an attempt to meet in person.
Got you. We did that too. We tried to bribe. I don't want to say bribe clients. We tried to persuade clients with taking them out to eat. That didn't work either.
Nah, that don't work. Nah, everybody just nobody trust each other like that, though.
Because me and C didn't do that. I gave him a client. Like, all right, let's go take him out to eat. We took him out to eat. Boom, they still ain't. They bought. They bought without us. They ain't do bit on either one.
Saw shoot on out of there.
But the thing is, you setting yourself up for things to go wrong. I think you overdo it. But what happened is, I don't know if you remember that time. I got the memory like Ella. I got that memory. So her food wound up being bad. So she sent them. She sent them back. She sent the meal back. So I guess she wiped it. Am I lying? You remember that, CJ?
Nope.
I remember everything. We took this couple out. I'll make you remember. I
You took a
thought
couple out, a husband and a wife.
no, I thought that her name was like Robert or something. And when I can, and in person, she was a female. I think CJ told me, "Hey, you know that's a chick, right?" I'm like, "Nah."
Not that Robert.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And we took him out to eat, and something. The food wasn't. She said, "I didn't want cheese. I told you I didn't want cheese on it." And he's like, "Nah, never mind. I don't want it." So she started getting an attitude, and like the whole thing just fell apart. So it had nothing to do with us. So money, it's a tax write-off, but shit, we could have had that Zoom meeting. Hey, man. I take my chances.
My thing is this though. I'm not when we talk about clientele, I don't take clientele out to eat. You know what I mean? For me, I've never went to dinner with a client. Now
Right.
with my people, so my people, yeah, we're gonna go chill, we're gonna hang out. we're gonna talk shit, we're gonna drink. And I want to see where you are and see what type of person you are in person, as far as my inner circle, or as far as anybody who I do business with. So I've done business with Corey. Before I even did, it took how long did it take for us to actually do a deal together? Corey? What 2 years? A year?
Something like that.
It took a year or two. We played basketball together. I pushed on him. I met his son. I met his wife. You know what I'm saying? We cracked jokes. We ate before we even did a deal together. But after that, we started doing a few more deals together. But for me, clientele, as far as people I'm trying to represent as a buyer or seller, no, I'm not taking you out to eat. You're not taking me out to eat. It's strictly what we're gonna do, and I don't see the benefit of doing nothing like that. But anybody who
it might help you though.
It depends on. See, but how many big fish you got?
But that's the thing though. It
how
might
many
help
big fish?
Yeah, I'm talking about big fish.
I got some solid fish. I got some solid fish.
Most whales ain't gonna do business with you unless you taking them out or doing something. Ball game.
I think that's a state of mind.
This depends.
I would say you provide value. I wouldn't say take them out, but you got to provide them some value.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure. Now that's the big thing is providing value.
Have I met with my clientele at their homes? Yes, that's something different. So we don't go out to eat, but they have invited me to their home. I sit in, I get in their space, and they trust me enough to be in their space. So I'll take that. I take that. I take that to heart. When a client trusts me enough to come to their personal home and meet their wife, meet their children, I say, okay, we got something, because everybody doesn't let everybody come to their house. So if they trust me enough to come there, that's way more beneficial than me going.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's better than
a steak. Fuck that.
I was gonna say that's better than taking them out.
I'm there with you, and you ain't washed clothes, and I know you ain't washed clothes. Your kids and got dirty clothes everywhere. You holler, hey, pick the damn shoes up. Okay, great. We in a good space. That makes them happy.
This depends, like I said, I can see
how they really are. Like
I can see both. I can see both ways. I actually would rather go. I would rather go out to a neutral spot than their house, because you're on their turf at that point.
The neutral, being on their turf, and they invite you on their turf,
right? That's
totally different. It says, okay, look, I trust you enough to say you're here with me. Number one, I trust you with my business, how my kids are, how my wife is, how I am truly in my natural state. That's way better than me taking you to a steakhouse, and everybody got on their representative.
Right. Well, so B, when your daughter was young, how many people would you bring around her?
Don't forget that, like I said, my daughter was since Katrina, which at that time she was 7, she'd always lived in a different state.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
She was never with you, like just y'all?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, my daughter since she was 7 years old, she went to Indianapolis. Then they lived in Mississippi for a little while. Then they moved to Texas. So my mom bounced around. So I never, and I want to say after 7 years old, we never lived close together.
Damn.
Even till this day. So we always stayed in like separate cities.
Well, hypothetically, if you had her, how many people would you bring around her that you didn't trust?
Yeah, when I used to have her like twice a week, it was just being the chick I was dating. That's it.
Right, but you trusted the chick though, right?
Well, I lived with the chick at that point, so.
But that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't bring nobody around her that you didn't trust.
Right.
So
right.
if a client brings you into their home around their family, that's saying something.
I get it. I get it, but at the same time, is wouldn't you say? I don't know. Again, I'm not a real estate agent, but
you are. Yes, you are.
Well, as far as
right,
you can't use that disclaimer.
No.
Damn, you discounted yourself. You work so hard for the license. You're not a real estate agent now.
I'm not. I had broke the ice yet, so you can't consider yourself a salesman until you sell something. You know what I'm saying?
You've been selling. We don't want to hear that. You've been selling.
No, I'm a salesman. I'm for sure a salesman, but I ain't broke the ice on this thing, so I can't. You know how you gonna say you're painting? You ain't painting that yet.
Your Atlanta deal is a transaction that you
okay,
got
well,
and you close.
But that I didn't sell it myself, so that was the handoff.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Still counts.
But I might have a lease going. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, send me that. I can't. We got after we get all there. You gonna have to send me that lease thing. But
look, I'm interested. Double B. What you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? How you handle it?
No, my point was
look, Barry B over there quiet. You know what I'm saying? Look, how you handle it, Barry B?
Hey, Barry still have that cigar, man. He ain't said too much.
Look.
He ain't smoked one in so
long.
He's seeing double and triple right now.
He pulled that joint too hard.
I was trying. Yeah, y'all was going too hard.
Come on, Double B.
No, I done been to people's homes, and and I believe that if they let you in, I mean, I done been to a guy's house with his family there. He done walked me around, and we've been talking about this. And hey, you want something? We got see. They had some little food or something. You want something? I mean, so at that point, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, let me get some of that smothered pork chops. I'll take a couple of them.
That's totally different than meeting at Starbucks or something like that. You know.
Barry B, hey, look, Double B, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever taken anybody out, you know what I'm saying, to a restaurant to be like, hey,
no,
look, you know what I'm saying?
No, I have not. I've met them.
Okay.
We've met at like a Starbucks.
Yep.
I've met some people there. Oh, wait, I take that back. When I first started, I did. It was one guy. It was one of my first sales because we met up because he didn't have a computer and so he couldn't e-sign. So I had to. So I said, well, let's go. We went. I forgot the restaurant, but we met at a restaurant. I had to take all the documents so he could sign them, and I had to explain everything to him. But it was fine.
Yeah, he closed.
That's been many years.
But he closed.
It works.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Since then, have you done anything? You know what I'm saying? Well, you taking somebody
out? No, since then, no, I haven't.
Let me ask y'all this: would it be the question I was going to ask? Would it be safe to say that all listing agents come to the house and do a presentation?
Yeah,
most.
Yes,
they should. You should because you need to see the house.
Right.
95% of the time, yes, you do.
Right. So that puts you even with the rest of the competition, right?
No.
That's different.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
What's different about it?
They're gonna bring anybody to an appointment, but when they welcome you in their home, it's
right. But you got to see that you go to the house for the listing appointment, right?
You do, but it ain't like them inviting you home, like to their home. You in the house.
What you mean? They invite you to your home to do the listing appointment.
It ain't the same, bro.
I mean, here's the thing.
You in the same. You in the building. You in the same building, but it's a different vibe.
Try to break it out.
One is more. One is professional, and one is more personal.
Okay, good. That's a great statement.
And they might not.
That's a
you
great
come in
statement.
for a listing appointment. This is business.
Yeah.
They invite you to their home. It's personal.
Yeah.
I'm lost. Both of them at the home, so I'm
no. So that's the thing.
Yeah, it is.
But you're there, but what you're talking about and what you're doing is different.
Okay, so what would be the point that we invite you to your home if not for a listing appointment?
Okay, great. Oh, that's a great question, B.
Kid's birthday.
Great.
Okay, you talking about outside of the scope of professionalism?
Yeah, like come on for dinner or something. Come chill.
Okay, yeah, now that's different. I'm talking about you trying to gain their business. You just not gonna invite a stranger over. All right, man, come kick it with it. If you do that, you got to watch the Diddy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's where you come in. You got to build a rapport.
Yeah, man, come on, kick it. Man. You look like you asked 50 Cent, man. Let me go ahead and I'll take you shopping. You gotta watch stuff like that.
Hold up, fellas. So here's the thing, B. Right. When your buyer or seller feels comfortable enough to say, well, look, you could be coming over for a business purpose, right? You could be coming over to go over a contract. You could be coming over to go over new documents. That some documents that we talk about is just too hard to talk about over the phone. You want to show them examples. You want to, hey, this is what this is like. You want to make sure the wife understands. Those situations is where it's a business purpose, but they trust you enough to be in their personal atmosphere to say, all right, Lemon's coming by. Oh, okay, that's fine. The wife say, oh, okay, that's fine. She's not trying to run around and clean up and do some extra. Hey, give me 2 hours so she can clean up. It ain't like that. Come on through. Give me 30 minutes. Come on through. You finna come into the house. You're going to see everything that how they real life really is outside of the quote unquote persona that they put up. That's when you have the relationship and they trust you enough that what you have to say is it is what it is. You finna answer every question under the sun, whether it has to do with real estate or not. That's when you have a relationship that's strong,
right,
that the people believe in you and they trust you.
That's
what you want.
That's after the fact. You got to build it up. But
that's what you want.
Y'all moved. Y'all moved the goalposts, man.
On a listing presentation, no. It's
how?
I finna just go in there.
We didn't move it. That's what we was talking about off the rip.
No, I thought we were talking about in order to gain the business, in order to gain that person's.
It be like
interest.
that sometimes though.
It does.
Like you know how they say it take maybe like 12 touches.
Right.
Sometimes it's like
I'm talking about what would be. I thought the question was, would it be more effective off the rip, as far as breaking the ice?
Breaking the ice.
Going to a dinner or them inviting you to the house. So the question split it off from there. All right, they're gonna invite you to the house anyway. If they're a listening, they're going, the listening appointment gonna be at the house. Then y'all split. Hold on, I'm explaining to how you move to go. Then y'all said, well, there's a difference between going to listen agent and them inviting you to the house. They're gonna invite you to the house after they met you already. Hey, they Lemon just said, all right, hey, come on through, because Lemon's gonna come through. That's after they already know you. So.
Hey, some people are not gonna invite you for a listening appointment or to their house until they meet you outside of the house in person.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's a neutral spot. Like back to what I was saying.
A neutral spot does not give you the say that they believe in you enough to bring you to their house. A neutral spot is a next step to get to that point. A neutral spot says, okay, let's see what you're about, but I don't trust you to come to my house. A neutral spot says that I care enough to what you have to say and see what you're about. That's it. But the goal for us.
So let's keep it within context. So let's keep it here. Would it be more effective? I get it. If they say, if you ask them, hey, usually I do the listing appointment at the house. Usually I come to somebody's house to check it out. Nah, meet me at a restaurant or meet me at a Starbucks. That would be cool. But if you're trying to set up the appointment and I've got to,
that wouldn't be cold. That would be a waste of time.
Yes. You don't do that.
Right.
Why would I meet you at a restaurant? You know what I'm saying? I meet you at the house so I can look at the house.
Exactly.
Talk to you about the house, you know what I'm saying, and get the deal.
Right. And I got to know where you live at anyway to sell a house. You got to trust me anyway. Yeah. So,
true. But the trust.
But I wouldn't do it at a restaurant.
Yeah. Right. I think there were two different conversations going on in the beginning.
No, it was the same thing.
No, I don't think we was talking about the same thing in the beginning, bro.
Right.
If I don't know you from a hole in the ground, yes, I'm just going to go look at the house to try to see if I can get the listing. But if the question is, if I know you well enough to trust you enough to say, well, is it beneficial for us to go out to dinner or come to the house?
If I'm your listing agent, I'm not gonna, we could go to dinner after we close. I know agents that do that, but my thing is
I done had lunch with clients. Like I done met up with clients outside, like while the listing is active.
So that's the original thing. Started off. We talked about you say you got to get out the house and social. I told you I'm more social than most of y'all. I just do it. I'm more digitally social. And we talked about when I first started my career, I used to do 2 times a day, 3 times a day, meet people in person. But the ROI is about the same thing. I get about the same amount of business I did doing it with Zoom meetings as I did taking people to lunch. So then we furthered the conversation with you gotta the better thing is for them to take you to the house and get you to the house. Well, my thing was, all right, well, if you're listening, you got to come to the house anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm talking about after that. You know, then they invest in a house. That's what you got. Of course, yeah, I agree with that. But we talking about initially. We talking about that was the whole thing initially. Like initially, I'm gonna go
I
ahead.
think you put the spin on it that it's all about. You specifically talking about listings. We're talking about building relationships. Period.
All right, so let's talk about buying. Buying ain't all right. Like,
it ain't even just buying either. It's about building relationships. Period.
Right. So when you agree that meeting at a neutral spot for lunch is a relationship builder,
yeah, it's a part of it.
Right. So there's nothing wrong with that. I know. Hey, if they can come to the house, yeah, I agree on the. If a buyer tell you to come to the crib, you got to watch that too. All right, come on over to the crib.
What I need to come
If
over
they
there
invite you to the
like,
crib.
all right, bro, I'll meet you at a Starbucks, bro.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
Buyers.
You don't need to meet buyers anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You don't need to go to
saying.
their house.
Man, when they come, that's happening, man. When they invite you to the house, man. Come on over. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know if I want to go to a buyer crib. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need to go to a buyer's crib.
Right. They looking for a crib.
We talking about the difference between, you know what I'm saying, if somebody wanted to sell and if somebody wanted to buy.
Right.
Like you don't have to invite them out to a free meal in order to get the business.
Right. You don't have to, but I think it's a good play. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
You know, if you just writing off money.
Yeah, it's a write off.
That's fine.
And then
that's fine.
You could either do call. All right, so CJ, because we talked about getting off. Both of us, we went to get this little Regis office before I got the Regis office. You say CJ say I don't need to because I meet everybody. And I don't need to meet no clients, right? Yeah, I meet everybody. So you're gonna have to meet them somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You know, it's either gonna be at a Starbucks or at a restaurant. You're gonna have to meet them somewhere. Panero's, you're gonna have to meet them somewhere.
Not a buyer.
But you ain't gotta buy my full dinner.
Not a buyer.
Full dinner?
Nah, you ain't even gotta be the buyer.
You gonna buy them a coffee, you gonna do something? You ain't just all right, man. I'm just eating it from. What's up?
What you buying when you go to their house? You know what I'm saying? You Uber Eats at the house? Hey, look,
no, I'm saying like, but
we order some Papa Do's to come to the house. You know what I'm saying? Nobody doing that.
We disagree. Like when you meet with a client, especially a buyer, shoot, you know, I might not want to go to the crib.
If you meet with a buyer, you know what I'm saying, either you want to buy a house or not.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But I would take a buyer to a Panera Bread, a Starbucks.
Yeah.
But why? What would that give you? To take them
rapport, time to kick it, time to smell my cologne.
So you think that Issey Miyake, you know what I'm saying? Issey Miyake cologne is that what we talking about?
I'm proving CJ's point. I'm proving y'all point. Like, yeah, like, you know, I could do it Zoom. My point, you prove I play devil's advocate. My point is I can do it over Zoom. But I think, yeah, it does add an extra layer. I'm agreeing with CJ. I'm taking CJ's side on it. Yeah, it could add an extra layer. I'm not saying it, I'm not knocking it because I used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and somebody smell your cologne laughing. And Hyman said the same thing. See how tall you is and look in your face and shake your hand. That can make a difference to some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they're talking about generational too. It's generational too.
Huh?
They're talking about personal appearance. It's the difference between, you know what I'm saying, buying somebody a free lunch or free dinner, you know what I'm saying, and then just you having a personal appearance showing up at their house. It's not the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this depends. You're not gonna show up at their house as a buyer. I'm talking about, you know, if you got a buyer client or even a client that just need a consultation, they don't know what they want to do. They don't know if they're gonna buy and sell. They don't know, but they're interested in real estate. They might be invested. No. You ain't gonna meet with them at all.
Hey, Lemons, when the last time you been to somebody's house and ordered Uber Eats in?
No, you're not gonna order Uber Eats. Y'all was the advocate of going to people's house. I'm not the advocate of going to people's house.
How I do it, for me, my circle is maybe 5 or 6 that I've been to their house and just been a part of the whole world. Like
as a listing agent, yeah.
As a traditional buyer, I haven't done a traditional buyer in so long. So I'm kind of a dinosaur in this situation, though.
Yeah, like man, I'm not
Hey,
just
knock
going.
them car wheels off, bro.
I'm not just willy nilly going to everybody's
Well, hold on,
house.
I'll tell you, I
Man.
did a traditional buyer last year. Take that back.
Right. And did you go to their house?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You
Did
know?
they have a house?
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. But they was coming from Cali, so it was. Let me see. Let me think. Go ahead. Let me meditate on what traditional buyer.
Man, we
have I
ain't
been
we
to
ain't
their house.
talking limits. Hey, Barry B, when last time you been to somebody's house and order Uber Eats to build their rapport? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna order some Papa Do's, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna try to get this business. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you did that, Barry B?
Ever?
Okay.
I think you got it twisted. I'm not saying you guys were the ones talking about the house. I said neutral spot.
Period,
So,
though.
But if it's a neutral spot on their house, what's the difference, B?
There's a big difference. I'm not going to your house and ordering no food. That's that, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now,
So you hold on. So you said you would go out to a restaurant and meet them to order food, but you wouldn't go to their house?
No, I'm not going to anybody's house. Yeah, no. Not unless it's a listed appointment.
And we ain't eating.
Yeah, and we ain't eating. Nah,
we ain't eating. You know what I'm saying? We talking about your house. We talking about putting
Yeah.
guys on the market.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not
I mean,
eating.
yeah, it's a lot of.
Nah. If it's because there's so many, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because there's so many things that could happen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't trust it. I don't eat from everybody.
You look around and see.
Look, hey, but I'm telling you, like whenever I go out with for clients or wherever I'm showing or whatever, I always got my friend with me.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I'm a pretty handsome guy.
I got my friend with me.
Right. Hey, I'm a pretty handsome guy, man.
Just in case, Barry.
I might get a buyer try to get me to eat some red gravy. Like, man, I'm good.
They try to put a root on them.
Probably, you know what I'm saying? I come to the house, she got spaghetti ready.
Shit, they gonna bury your drawers in the backyard. You ain't gonna be able to leave the house.
I'm good, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not either. See, I need somebody neutral fixing our food. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no skin in the game. They don't know us. I need somebody that don't know us fixing our food.
I hear you. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, if you go to somebody's house to have a listing appointment and they fix up some, you know what I'm saying, some good old soul food, you wouldn't eat that.
Ooh, that's a tough one, dog. That's a tough one.
Hey, look, B, would you not eat the food? Would you
Depending
say,
on-
nah,
depending on
I'm good. I ate before I came.
Depending on how much the old lady got on the back of that arm.
Man, look, stop, B. She come around with some goddamn smothered pork chops. You be like, yeah, let me get 1 or 2 of those. Let me go ahead and get a plate. Let me go ahead and get a plate.
Hey,
I'm eating with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Stop it.
Right.
Stop it.
that's why I eat before I
Tough
go
one, man. I
anywhere.
ain't gonna lie, that's a tough one right there. Depending on how the house look, depending on how the old lady look. Depending on
B gonna end up with an old lady instead of a client.
Right.
Facts.
I'm talking, well, Louisiana old lady mean the wife.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So depending on how the wife look, you know what I'm saying? Depending on where they from, you from up north? You from the East Coast? I'm good.
Well, she from New York and she fixing a pizza though.
Yeah, that might be different, but she from Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, and they got some soul food. Yeah, man, I'm and that all flappy.
B, that sounds good. Stop it. Hey, look, if
she from New
plate,
Jersey,
you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, yeah, go on, fix me a plate.
Yeah, she from New
Go on, fix me
Jersey,
a
New
plate.
York, Pennsylvania.
You got that high water cornbread.
Some soul food, and I'm straight.
Hot water cornbread.
Depending on where they from. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be all the way.
I hear you.
I'm gonna be all the way real with you. Now I wouldn't be rude. I wouldn't be rude. I'll make up
Yeah,
something.
you wouldn't be rude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That food smell good. Go ahead and fix me a plate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be rude. I'm gonna have eat a little something, at least fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be tough, especially if they're from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? But man, we've been on there 2 hours, man. It's right at 2 hours, man. Let's go ahead. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Peace.
Peace.